this is? Do you see? Do you see? I'm wearing a sweater because it's actually 61 degrees outside, which is so fall for LA. I'm so excited. Today's the first day that I've actually been able to wear a sweater and jeans. I have jeans on. Isn't that nuts? I'm so excited. So today really feels like a fall day, the first fall day. So I'm stoked. I'm sure it'll be 90 degrees tomorrow, but for now I am in a fall mood. You see the dog hair? Anyways, today I have a horror haul for you. I went to my local bookstore and I picked up some pretty exciting fall reading. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. So let's get into it. We got quite a few books, and I will say the reason I wanted to go was because my local bookstore has Thriller Thursdays every Thursday in October. So for this entire month, every Thursday, they have horror, not sci-fi, horror, thriller, and mystery books 50% off. And it's already a used bookstore, so they're already pretty cheap. I am so excited. I'm gonna go every Thursday. So let's start with the first book that I got. This is obviously, I had to pick up another Clive Barker book. I loved The Damnation Game. I think he's a phenomenal writer and I'm so excited to read more of his stuff. I also saw that they are making a series of his books of blood, which that's actually what I was looking for, but I couldn't find them. So I picked up this guy. This is The Great and Secret Show. The thing with Clive Barker books is I never know if they're like the first or second in a series. I have no idea, so I'm hoping this is a standalone book. I'll do a little bit of research after, but this one was originally $2. So I got this one for $1, which is insane. I'm really excited to read it, and it's in good condition. I love used bookstores, you guys. Oh, they make my life so much better. So next up, I got this book. I previously did a video about horror movies that you didn't know were books, and I read one of Richard Matheson's books, Stir of Echoes, and I really enjoyed his writing, and then I did a little bit of research on him and found that he was a very prolific writer. He wrote for The Twilight Zone. He did a lot of great books. So I wanted to read more of his work. So I picked up two Richard Matheson books. This one is 7 Steps to Midnight. I don't know what this is, I've never heard of it, but I'm really excited to read it. This one was originally $5, super good condition, so excited for this. And then I also picked up another Richard Matheson book, which is I Am Legend. I'm getting a premonition. I have a feeling that I might do a video on this in the future, movie versus book, so if you're interested in that, stick around. I Am Legend was written by Richard Matheson. This one was, again, $5. Another one of his books. I'm really excited to read it, and I think that these will be a good time, perfect for fall reading, so stoked for that. Same with my Clive Barker. Next up, I got another Robin Cook book. So you guys know that last haul that I did, my fiance actually picked out the books for me, and he picked me up a Robert Cook book called Coma. Now he is a medical professional, but he also writes kind of like thriller, sci-fi, or thriller, I guess kind of sci-fi, horror-ish type books. So this one is called Shock. I just liked the cover. They actually had a ton of his books, a lot. They had a lot of Clive Barker as well. I was really surprised because usually you go into the horror section and it's like Stephen King, Dean Koontz, and that's about it. So there was a lot of variety this time. I was really excited about. Not too many Richard Mathesons, that's why I picked up both of those books, because they were the only ones that they had. But this is Shock. So it says that a fertility clinic is willing to pay top dollar to a few attractive, slim, athletic Ivy League egg donors. I don't know. Interesting. I'm interested to see what it is. And honestly, like, this guy, he's a full-time physician. Is he a surgeon? I don't know. I don't know what he is. I think he's a surgeon. Still practices medicine and also has written a ton of books too. So, like, I mean, no excuse for the rest of us, right? Those of us who are like, I'll work on that project tomorrow. So I'm excited to read this one. Next up, I have Dennis Lehane's Shutter Island. Now, I did not know that this was a book, if I'm completely honest. And apparently it is. So my fiance actually saw this at the bookstore and he said, oh, have you ever read Shutter Island? And I said, nope, didn't even know that was a book. So I think this will be a really fun, cool mystery read for fall. Oh, what's that? I could do another movie versus book on this one too as well if you guys want to see that. So let me know if you're interested to see the differences and similarities between the movie and the book. And this one was $6. The Robin Cook book was $6 as well. So usually their hardcovers obviously are a little bit more. This is the last book that I got. I'm so excited for this one. This is called Zombies, an illustrated history of the undead. So this is by Jovanka Yukovic, and there's actually a foreword written by George A. Romero. This one, like, come on, you got some Lucia Fulci zombies here. I walked with a zombie. I am so excited for this. So the cool thing about this one is I took a little peek inside. Let me give you a little rundown of all of this. I mean, come on, right? So amazing. So the cool thing about this one is, and look at that, we got an Evil Dead right there too. Evil Dead 2. We have a foreword by George A. Romero, and then there's an origins of zombies, them talking about like voodoo and things like that. And then we have early zombie literature and cinema. So we actually have discussion about zombies in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, which I think is so cool. And then we have a 1970s section, an 80s, a 90s section, and then a present day section. So covers a lot of cinema and books about zombies. I'm so stoked. I think this will be so cool. And then you open it and you're just like, oh, look at that. Night of the Living Dead. Neat. Something that interests me a lot is looking at how different decades have different types of films, you know, and how, you know, there's a lot of films about that come out at a time about like isolation or about zombies or about monsters, or, you know, recently it's all been, instead of having these like external forces attack the family, it's been internal, and you have like family on family horror. Things like, you know, The Lodge or Midsummer, relationship horror, but family as well. Hereditary, and, you know, all of these films that incorporate that, you know, pain and suffering in the family. Now the monsters aren't outside trying to get in. Now the monsters are inside your house. So what's really interesting for me is learning what cultural issues happened at that time to make, you know, monsters prevalent in horror. So I'm really excited. I think that there will be a lot of discussion like that in here, and I love reading about stuff like that. Like, I remember in Greek mythology reading about how when Greeks started to leave Greece and they started to go to different areas, that's when they started writing about monsters in Greek mythology, because that's how they saw foreigners, these like savage people that didn't have the same customs as them. And that's just so interesting to me. So I really like reading about how things started, where they came from, the influence of culture on horror and the influence of horror on culture. I just think that's so cool. So this one I'm really excited about, and you better believe once I get done reading it, I will absolutely make a video all about this and what I learned from this, because I think this is just one of the coolest books ever. But I wanted to also tell you guys, so I got all of these books. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I'm so old. I just hurt my knee sitting. Okay, once I pulled a muscle sneezing, and my roommate made so much fun of me. Okay, so I bought all of these books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Okay, in my defense, it is like midnight right now, so lay off. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so I have 6 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I have 6 books here. All of them in amazing condition. All of them just the best writers and just fun horror stuff. I paid $18 for all of these books because they were half off. Can you believe it? This book right here was supposed to be $9 on its own. Half off, all of these were 18 bucks. What a mother steal. So you better believe that each Thursday I'm gonna go back and buy more. But let me know if you guys want to see each of my following Thursdays. But if not, that's totally fine, and I will see you tomorrow with another horror video. We are almost 1/3 of the way done with 31 Days of Halloween. Can you believe it? It is already almost the 10th. It's just flown by. It's crazy. So we got a lot of great horror coming up, so be sure to stick around, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.